Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Select Assault Rifle mod, which is being made by user Nahir. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a Fallout 4 version of the Screaming Eagle from Fallout 76. And I quite like this gun. It looks great and just feels at home here in the Commonwealth. So let's take a look at what we do get over here with the most standard version of the Select Assault Rifle, which in its most basic configuration will deal 33 damage with a 5.56 round, with a firing rate of 33, range of 119, accuracy of 70, and a weight of 11.1. A bit hefty of a rifle, but very nice. And as you can see here, it is beautifully made. Really nice modeling on this, really nice texturing, but frankly, that's what you come to expect from Nahir weapon mods. They make amazing ones here. I always do love them. And it has a pretty awesome number of different modifications for you to mess around with. And just all in all, it's a gun that fits wonderfully here into the Commonwealth, which, I mean, it frankly shouldn't be too surprising. It is from 76, but yeah, you know, sometimes Bethesda does weird things with its guns. But as for how you do get your hands on one of these lovely things, it's pretty simple. You are going to have to start by finding one in the world. And you do that by heading to the South Boston Military Checkpoint. And on the east side of the building, there's the entrance to the bunker for it. And down there, you'll find this gun waiting for you on a table. And once you do go and grab that, you'll actually be able to craft it at any chemistry station in the world here in the Select Assault Rifle category, where you can create it for 3 adhesive, 2 aluminum, 1 rubber, 3 screws, 2 spring, 5 steel, and 7 wood, along with, of course, rank 3 in gun nut. And it's a pretty cheap gun overall, which I quite like. You can easily kit out entire settlements with this thing, but that's not all you get. Once it's in, you'll actually find it on the occasional legendary enemy. It's gonna be pretty rare, but you can find it there, which is nice because you can get some fun legendary styles of this gun, which is cool. So let's take a look at the modifications we do get standard here and start in that hefty receiver category. Oh my, there's a lot in here. Now, you're gonna get the pretty typical receivers like standard, light frame, hair trigger, and whatnot, but you can also rechamber it from 5.56 to a 38 round, or even up to a 45 round, which kind of confuses me a little bit because the 45 round semi-automatic does the highest amount of damage. Someone who knows guns better than me, tell me in the comments if that seems right. To me, it just seems like a 5.56 should do more than a 45, but oh well. So you get all those pretty standard kinds of receivers, but you get them in 3 varieties of either semi-auto, burst fire, or full-on automatic, and I love that. I've complained in the past about, you know, me being awful with automatic weapon fire. I always lose control of it and never stay on target, so having a burst fire option in here is amazing. That'll really help me out with aiming, because, you know, I won't lose control of my weapon there. So having those 3 options is pretty cool. You can go with what you feel comfortable with and what best fits your situation. Now, from there, we got the barrel category, where we've got a short light, a classic light, and a long light barrel. All of them are beautiful looking, and I really do love the wood grain on all of them. It's pretty darn cool, though you can change that up later. Now, next we do have the stock category, where we've got a standard, a light stock, recoil compensating, lightweight recoil, and a tactical stock for you to choose from. In magazines, we've got a standard, medium, and large magazine with quick eject versions of each of those. And if that's not enough ammo, there's also a drum magazine, perfect for those automatic receivers to basically turn this thing into a light machine gun. And that is wonderful. Now, next in the sight category, we have the standard iron sights, but you can also go with no rail whatsoever if that's what you want to go with. We also have a reflex sight, neither dot or circle, and then a short, medium, and long scope with night vision variants of those, which is always nice to see. And after that, we have the muzzle category, where we've got either nothing, a standard muzzle, a muzzle brake compensator or suppressor, and finally, we have the paint job category. I about said standard paint category, but no, that's just the first paint job, where you get this old sort of worn down gun, which I love the look of this one. It's just wonderful. But you can also go with a blue paint job, which actually changes it from the wood to what's either a metal or polymer or something along those lines instead, which is cool. But you can also get a blue stained wood if you do like keeping with that. A camo paint job, a factory finish paint job if you want it all nice and clean, a gray paint, green paint, and a red paint there. So some fun options. I do really like it in that you can kind of go between these wood grain paints and what are these more, again, like either metal fixtures or polymer, something along those lines. But nice to have these different paint schemes in there so you can make this gun look more to what you'd like it to be. And that is it for the modifications, so let's take a look at this thing functioning and actually go ahead and grab my ones that I created here earlier because they are just wonderfully good fun, and head on over to our range and start with just the standard weapon. There we go, some good shooting. Well, shooting with me controlling things. Some pretty decent iron sights there. A good smooth reload animation. All very good. And just all in all, a very nice gun. Very easy to control, not a whole lot of recoil, not the greatest firing rate in the world with a standard receiver, but of course you can up that to other kinds. For instance, of course, if we go to my suppressed 45 one, which in the semi-auto is the highest damage you can get with 63 with a 45 round, and of course a scope, and you can use it pretty good to land things on target. And again, there's just barely any recoil on this thing, so putting a couple shots into an enemy at range with this is gonna be pretty darn simple. And all in all, is just a fun gun. And with the 45 receiver, you can see it also does fire a bit more quickly, which is nice to see if you're in a bit of a panic. Now, then, of course, we have the most powerful of the automatic receivers that I was able to make with the 5.56 with 33 damage. And, whoops, nope, wrong gun. I thought that seemed low. 41 damage with the 5.56 rounds. And, of course, a reflex sight on this thing. A very nice look to it. I do enjoy it. And, of course, full auto! Oh yeah, good times, good times. Yeah, gotta love a just whole drum magazine and just throwing a lot of bullets down range. It's pretty cool. And even with this full auto and a drum magazine, look at that recoil. It's barely anything. So it's very, very easy to keep this thing on target and just fill an enemy full of lead, which is, well, really what you want out of a fully automatic gun there, at least in my opinion. It's just good times. So let's, of course, take a look at this thing against a real target and spawn ourselves in a Deathclaw inside the cage. And let's pull him out and see how well this does. Oh, God, he's right on me there. Hi, you. And, oh, boy. All right, there we go. There we go. Yep, pretty good with the fully automatic and the drum magazine. We can just keep on shooting him over and over. There we are. He's kind of staying there. Yeah, his AI really never seems to like the cage I put him in, but, you know, it's more for my safety than his. Oh, wonderful. So it took, what, like 1.5 rather drum magazines to destroy him? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So between the fun receivers giving you burst fire, fully automatic or semi-automatic, plus some great paint scheme options, and just overall a cool looking gun, this is a really fun addition into the Commonwealth that I'm definitely going to enjoy playing around a lot with. So if you'd like to take a look at this gun for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for today. I hope you all have enjoyed and you do come back for the next. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.